There's one truth about life no one can escape. It will challenge you. It will push you to your limits. It will test your patience, your strength, and your belief in yourself. Whether it's a tough workout, a long grind at work, emotional burnout, or chasing a dream that seems just out of reach, you'll eventually hit a point where quitting feels easier than continuing. That's the breaking point. And what you do in that moment defines everything. But here's the truth most people never hear. The secret to pushing through isn't just motivation or discipline. But when you learn to stop thinking about all that and zoom in, all the way in to just the next rep, the next line, the next call, the next breath, the next step, something powerful happens. The challenge shrinks, the pressure fades. You stop drowning in the big picture and start dominating the moment. When you're overwhelmed, say it to yourself, just one more. They read trying to carry 10 miles on their back instead of just taking the next step forward. When the panic rises, when your body feels like it's shutting down, when your mind screams for comfort, don't fight the entire mountain. Not because you were incapable, but because it just felt like too much. You override that panic by narrowing your vision. You calm your nerves by shrinking the target. You push through pain by focusing not on the end, but on right now. Now imagine if, in that moment, you didn't try to solve everything. You just focused on surviving the next 60 seconds, or executing the next small task. You could have kept going. Because your limits aren't what you think they are. Your limits are mostly mental barriers created by pressure and overthinking. Just take the next step. Say it out loud if you have to. One more. Make that your anchor. But when you commit to the process and stop obsessing over the outcome, your energy comes back. Your focus sharpens. You find strength you didn't know you had. One more rep, one more page, one more decision done right, then another. That's how you build unstoppable momentum. That's how you trick your brain into cooperating when everything inside you wants to quit. It's not about being the toughest person in the room or the smartest one either. It's about mastering a simple mental trick that elite performers, soldiers, athletes, and high achievers use every single day. It's a trick that rewires your mind in real time. And once you learn it, you can push through almost anything. It's how Navy SEALs complete hours of grueling drills in freezing conditions. It's how entrepreneurs make it through another exhausting day of failure, rejection, and risk. They all know the same thing. The only way to win big is to survive small. The trick is this: shift your focus from the finish line to the next step. That's it. But don't confuse simple with weak. This isn't just a phrase, it's a mindset. A tactical shift in how your brain processes pressure. When most people struggle, it's not because they can keep going. It's because they read looking too far ahead. They're overwhelmed by the scale of the challenge. They're stuck in the stress of how much is left, how far they still have to go, how many hours remain, how much energy they'll need to finish. This flood of future-focused anxiety paralyzes action. It breaks your spirit before your body is even close to done. This mental trick is how marathon runners get through mile 20 when their legs are screaming. You don't need to finish everything right now. You just need to take the next step. Most people never make it, not because they're weak, but because they're too focused on the weight of the entire journey. The key is learning how to mentally reset in real time. Think about a moment when you wanted to quit. The brain is wired for protection. It will scream to stop when it senses discomfort. But discomfort is not danger. And that's where this trick becomes your weapon. This is the same tactic that special forces use in training when they're pushed beyond exhaustion. They stop thinking about the hour ahead and focus on the next breath, the next motion. When your alarm goes off and you feel like staying in bed, don't think about the whole day. Just think about putting your feet on the floor. When you're writing that report and your brain is foggy, don't think about finishing all 10 pages. Every time you take that next step, you prove to yourself that you're capable. And that self-trust compounds. You start seeing yourself as someone who doesn't fold under pressure, someone who finishes, someone who can rely on themselves when it counts. Just write the next sentence. When you're in the middle of a tough workout, don't think about the remaining sets. Just do the next rep with full intent. But if you want to grow, you have to learn to lean into it. Not with force, but with focus. With simplicity, with intent. That's the trick. That's the unlock. One step, one breath, one move forward. The next objective. It becomes a kind of mental tunnel vision, and it works. That's your signal that it's working, that you're growing, that you're getting stronger. So lean in, smile if you can, and say it again, one more. One more until the doubt fades. One more until you win. And before you know it, you're past the point where you would have given up. You've tricked your mind. You've built resilience. You've pushed through, without even realizing how far you came. It's not about ignoring reality. It's about conquering it one step at a time. And this isn't just for extreme situations. You can apply it to your daily life. Because it's built on action, not hype. It's built on moments of choice when it would have been easier to stop. But you didn't. Little wins become big victories. One controlled action leads to the next. This is how champions are built. Not by doing everything at once, but by showing up for the next step over and over until the finish line takes care of itself. This shift also builds trust with yourself. And that kind of self-image is more powerful than any outside motivation. So here's your challenge. The next time you want to quit, don't. Don't look at the finish line. Don't count how far is left. Don't spiral into thoughts about how hard it is or how long it'll take. Just take the next step. Repeat the phrase in your mind. Just one more. Use it like armor. Use it like fuel. Push forward. Then do it again and again. This is how warriors are made. Your mind will always try to protect you from discomfort. And when it gets harder, that's not your cue to stop.